Welcome to the return of Trash Games Tuesdays, a show where I play new games and tell you if it's trash or treasure. Today we're doing Persona 5, The Phantom X. If you enjoy it, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and let's go. You'll have to excuse me, I put about 12 hours into this game so far, and I've recorded exactly none of it, so all of this should be considered spoilers for the stuff beyond level 30 for those who care, and spoilers for the first palace and such as well. Anyways, the game starts in the exact same way as Persona 5, only this time Joker gets decked in the head by our protag who goes, "Oh my god, I was having a scary dream. I wonder what this weird app on my phone is." I think we all know where this is going. You meet Lufel, who is a much more tolerable version of Morgana, and a character I actually like with a cool design too. You find the metaverse, awaken your persona Yanosik, who also has an awesome design, and then you're off to the palace of the most hilarious villain in the history of gaming. Meet the Subway Slammer, a baseball pro who got struck out by a little girl and so retired to become a businessman, and now spends his free time slamming women on the subway.
For real?
Yeah, no, that's about right. Apparently this is supposed to be a critique of a real-world problem in Japan, but the localization definitely doesn't do it any justice. I mean, the Subway Slammer, are we for real right now? He has lines like this: "This whole subway is mine for the slammin'." When I read this line, I laughed so hard I ended up coughing and running out of air. Those who've played Persona 5 know where it goes from here. You beat his ass and change his heart. I haven't exactly gone on to the next palace yet, but I imagine it's the same. In this way, it plays out exactly like normal Persona 5, with some very important differences and very important similarities. Subscribe for more videos like this one. Okay, now on with it. Obviously, this is a live service gacha game, and so some compromises need to be made. The first being that you have unlimited time. Palaces never go away, and they don't have any kind of completion deadline. Quite comically, the days of the week are simply called yesterday, today, and tomorrow. The only time-related pressure you'll have here is limited daily resources, such as action points that allow you to do your usual Persona activities. You get 5 of these every day at reset, which actually gives you way more activities than you can do daily in real Persona. Of course, here we're talking about real days, so it's definitely a bit different. The second difference is leveling up. Fighting enemies does basically nothing in this game, so you're going to have to level them up with a leveling system that looks very similar to Genshin Impact & Co. The same goes for your weapons. The materials for this are pretty generously given out, but if you need more, well, it's locked behind a time-gated resource as well. Tough luck. Even a little bit into the second palace, I've never encountered a block so hard that I actually just had to wait until tomorrow, so all of this stuff isn't really that noticeable, including the... say it with me now. Gacha. Yep. On this channel, I've been a pretty big hater of gacha in the past, and I've literally deducted points just for its presence because why wouldn't you? I'm still going to deduct points here, but honestly, I'm convinced that you could play this game without even looking at the gacha screen if you so wished. Don't let the gacha system convince you that this is another dog shit cash grab. They didn't just cash in on the Persona IP, this is a fully fleshed out Persona game first and a gacha second. You've even got a brand new soundtrack from Lyn that goes just as crazy as the first one. Gonna need that on Spotify ASAP, by the way. And things like a fully animated intro that changes as the game gets more updates. So yes, it's got gacha mechanics and frankly it sucks, but if you're a Persona fan, I would advise you to not let that fact scare you away, especially since it's free. So to give you a solid list of pros and cons, the music is incredible, still somehow Persona has never missed on music. The story is intriguing, albeit hilarious. The characters like Motoha and Shun are intriguing, and some characters like Motoha I personally enjoyed more than her counterpart Ryuji in the main game. They didn't phone in on the character writing here. All of the new Phantom Thieves, including the MC Wonder, are lovable and unique. The combat is fun, responsive, and adds brand new layers that weren't present in P5, such as the Navigator having much more concrete usefulness here rather than RNG usefulness. Combat does suffer sometimes from spongy enemies and typical gacha number inflation. You're going to be hitting numbers here that you've never seen in any other Persona game. The world is even more fleshed out and explorable than it was in P5. You can do all of the activities you're used to in the world, such as the bathhouse and the batting cages, but there's new things too, such as a rhythm game or collecting these little capsule toys to display on your shelf. Some of the old areas, like Shibuya, are different too. Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't remember Shibuya Crossing being functional in the original. Here, It's all one map, so you can actually wait for the light to change and then cross the street. Something tiny, but I liked it a lot and I thought it was quite cool. As well as these little stores around that aren't used yet but might be in the future. I think the world and outside activities here is definitely a spot where P5X actually has OG P5 beat. Now for the cons. Of course, there's the gacha system. Your favorite characters from P5 are locked behind gacha, and most aren't even in the game yet at the time I'm writing this. Joker is the headliner, but you'll be able to choose 2 for free out of Ryuji, An, and Morgana. I would recommend choosing An first, because she's really busted. The gacha for free-to-plays is pretty generous too. I've collected every 5-star except 2, and once I use my second 5-star choice on Morgana, Joker will be the only one I don't have. Damn you 50-50. With gameplay and a little bit of luck, as well as not spending your points like a dumbass, you'll probably be able to get who you want. May the luck be with you. And of course, weapons are gacha too. I don't have much experience rolling for them since they don't give them away like candy the way they do with standard rolls. Personas, luckily, are not gacha, and you can obtain them in largely the same way you do in the OG, only it's now just RNG based if the persona joins your gang. It's also, unfortunately, tied to the daily energy system, which is my second con. Listen, no one relishes in having their activities limited. If they weren't though, you could just farm everything endlessly and the game would be way too easy. For Persona to work in a live service format, this is probably just the way it has to be. It doesn't mean it sucks any less, I personally hate it, and so I list it as a massive con. My final con is the only one that actually annoyed the shit out of me while playing. It's that the UI suffers from what I've called Asian menu syndrome in the past. There's too much going on, and what kills me is that they introduced this sleek phone menu but still have all this bullshit on the screen. There's zero reason why most of it, except maybe the Mementos button, couldn't just go in the phone. I don't need quick access to the thieves' den. In fact, I'd much rather quick access to my thieves. I don't know, maybe I'm screaming into the wind, but for me, it drives me crazy. Anyways, all in all, if you're a Persona fan, try it. If you aren't, why are you even here? You won't like it anyway. Personally, I rate this game as treasure. It's a solid 7.5, 8 out of 10. Despite its gacha elements, I guarantee you I'll still be playing this in a few months. At least it holds me over until Persona 6 or Persona 4. What are your thoughts on the game? Let me know down below, and also let me know what I should check out next. Don't forget to subscribe. I love you all, and I'll see you next time when we maybe check out Uma Musume. Ciao!